Well, we're back over here on my brother's 36 by 48 pole barn that he built last year. It's the middle of summer, but he's thinking about winter. So he's got a really cool heating and cooling system. It's a 48,000 BTU mini split heat pump, and it's also going to serve as his air conditioner. So he's going to try to get that installed in the next couple days. I thought it'd be pretty cool to share with you. So if you want to check it out, let's tag along.
Dig Drive DIY.
All right, so here is the Senville mini split heat pump system that he got. It's pretty cool. This option, he had originally purchased a infrared heater, and he was just going to heat the building, and then found out for only about $1,000 more, give or take, he could buy this mini split system that would also serve as an air conditioner in the summertime. And for me, that sounds really appealing because a few months out of the summer we sweat it out in my building. So if I was going to go to something, this seems really appealing. But this is a 48,000 BTU system, which is probably overkill. He's at about 1,724
square feet.
1,724 square feet, which would only normally call for how many BTUs?
36,000.
36,000
BTU is supposed to do up to 1,800, I believe, square feet.
So he went with a 48,000 unit. Now it's got one main condenser unit that sits outside, and he's going to work to get that mounted to the outside of his building. And then it's got two wall mount units similar to what you'd see in a hotel room, and those are going to get mounted out here above his windows probably. But he's got a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, I can't stick around, but he and my dad are going to do it. I'm going to let them have a camera, and I'm really interested to see how this works. So one of the first challenges Nate ran into was how to mount that great big condenser to a pole barn that has just tin siding and, you know, very few girts. He's going to attach some 6x6s on there.
So this will go in here like this. And then I got a spot to kind of, this isn't going to hold much weight, it's just kind of holding it. So we got the inside bracket, or the inside mount for the outdoor bracket done. We tried to just get it to where when we have the weight hanging on the outside, instead of just pulling out on the back side of the post for the building, it's actually going to be pulling on this skirt board and this brace board down here we have on these 6x6s that are also, you can kind of see the girt board that is on the outside for the tin.
The wall mount condenser and the heat pump, he's going to put that on the outside of the building out here. It'll be attached to the side of the building and suspended off the ground so that it can't move up and down with the ground movement. It'll stay with the building. It'll have a lot of support and brackets to kind of reinforce it and make sure that it's got enough support.
We got the outdoor unit bracket mounted, rubber spacers to help count for the rib. We lagged it into those 6x6s on the inside.
So it's all electric, there's no gas.
That's the other nice thing about it, is it only takes, this one here is the biggest one they sell, and it takes 40 amps, 240 volt, 2-pole, 40 amp.
40 amp.
Which is an 8 gauge, so I had to get back up in the attic, but because this was kind of an afterthought. But alrighty, so I've been working for about the last half hour or so and got the outside disconnect put on, and I've got my 40 amp 8-3 wire stubbed out through conduit. I'm going to go out and terminate the disconnect. This is a NEMA 3R weatherproof enclosure. Mini split system, doesn't require a neutral, just needs straight 240, but since I was running the wire up in the attic, I just decided to run a 3-wire in case I ever changed. Getting ready to figure out how to mount air conditioning heads or units. The plan is to center one on this post right here and do the same over there.
So can I ask what it costs? What would someone expect to pay for this?
I've got, with the mounting bracket, I've got right about $3,700 in the whole system.
You haven't seen too many of these in a pole barn setting yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be taken off. I mean, well, they've got a bunch of work done, and I just showed up to do the fun stuff with the tractor. So we're going to see if we can get his wall mounted unit on the wall and not drop it. I mean, it makes sense. As long as it's not super expensive to run. If I want to start backing off my firewood consumption, the first thing I would probably do is eliminate my shop from being heated with firewood. So this would be a great alternative that I don't have to have propane for. It sounds like a commercial, it isn't. Senville hasn't done anything for this video. I just thought it was so interesting that I thought I should share it. So the reason you don't want the condenser sitting on the ground is so that it's up and out of the snow.
The other thing is if you mount it off the ground, you don't have to be as far away from the building. If you're on the ground, to get airflow 24 inches away from the building, but if you go 24 inches up off the ground, you only need to be 10 inches away from the building.
And how much does that thing weigh?
That one weighs 225 pounds.
He's gonna have a good friend do some of the line set work. You have to have an HVAC certified contractor to activate the warranty. And they have a good warranty, right?
Yeah, the Senville has a 7-year warranty on all the parts and pieces. So I'm back here with my buddy Ben. He's the HVAC expert.
This here, we're just reducing this down, actually up. So we're just
gotta
getting,
get the right adapter.
yeah,
on
we're
there,
just
match
getting
our line
these.
sets.
Yeah, we're just getting these prepped. This has got a little internal flare right there, ready to go.
So this is kind of where I misled Ben a little bit. I was under the impression that everything was ready to go. Although the unit is pre-charged, the lines still need to be vacuumed, right?
Yeah, right. But this is no big deal. But so then now
For you.
these will make the connections here,
Right.
and we'll have the proper, thing. So that was pretty easy.
This can control up to 5 heads. I'm only doing 2 24K heads. But if you were doing this for a house and you had 5 rooms, 3 bedrooms, a living room and a kitchen or whatever, you could get 5 smaller indoor units, like 9,000 BTU units. And then this can control up to the 5.
So these have been becoming a lot more popular recently. I've seen them popping up on houses out here in the country, primarily houses that didn't have any internal ductwork. So if they didn't have central air conditioning, this is a great alternative because you can put one of these units outside and then plumb to all the room units.
Worked on getting the line sets installed, got them ran the way we want, got them hooked up in the unit. It was a little tougher than what we expected. We decided to run the drain straight down, and we'll drill a small hole to where the drain's not going out with the line sets. Stress relief here, to where you don't accidentally pull on the wire. But so both units, the power cord's hooked up, ready to go outside. All right, Ben, what are we doing here now?
We're just pulling it back on the system, making sure you get all the moisture and air out of it.
So this is the adapter they had. We were able to get, like I said, everything out one hole.
Just trying to get down below 500 microns. We're gonna just let it rock for a little bit, and then after we're done, we'll isolate it and make sure that the microns doesn't jump up.
We are doing whatever Ben tells me to do.
Hooking up the communication wires.
This is the first unit.
You have your main ports here, and these are all individually ported. There was nothing in the book on these valves here. We were kind of just thrown off by that, but we released this and we got free on moving.
And we got the wiring hooked up, so what's left? Firing up, see the smoke comes out.
we're gonna fire it up.
All right, so we just got finished up. We turned it on. Everything seems to be working. I'll tell you what, it's supposed to be a do-it-yourself, and it really is. Ben's an expert, but it seemed to be a pretty simple hookup once you really got down to it.
It was. Typically this hookup, you would probably need a professional just with the help vacuuming down the lines. Other than that, if you want to do it yourself, you should probably go with the pre-charged line sets. We handle this stuff a lot. It was a different unit to us, but pretty much the same hookup. I'm impressed with the units. I like the units. They look nice, really solid. And I tell you, it's dropped the temperature in here. I bet you 10 degrees within 15 minutes.
Ben had a good idea of running some hard PVC out the bottom and then kind of just shoving the plastic tubing in there so it's always supported.
It's actually one of the most important things that you get those lines evacuated.
He does own his own company, he's licensed, so now he was able to fill out the paperwork for me. So Senville, it is do-it-yourself, but if you do it yourself, you don't get 7-year warranty on compressor and parts. So
It's good warranty.
it'd be nice to have that done too. I feel a lot better having Ben hooked it up. What's your company's name?
It's Benjamin's Heating and Air.
Right here out of
Spencerville, Indiana.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys coming out.
Thanks,
Hopefully you
guys.
enjoyed the pizza and the beer. And
That was good.
all right, thanks guys.
His mini split system is all installed and it's up and running. Actually, today's July 31st and it's good and hot and it's especially humid. It's about 85 degrees. All I know is it's been miserable in my shop. When I work out there at night, I sweat through my clothes pretty quickly. So we're back just to see how the system's doing on a good hot day. He only turned it on. How long ago did you turn it on?
About 20-25 minutes ago, whenever
25 minutes ago. We're gonna go see what it feels like inside.
All right, so I've already been in here, so I know how it feels, but we'll get in here before Neil does.
Oh my God. I have to have this in my shop. I'm hashtag jealous. Obviously, I can't convey how hot it is outside or how nice it is in here, but trust me, it's nice. And I think this is well worth it. I don't know what it's gonna cost per month for him to cool it down. Have the comfort, number one, and then I think it's better on your stuff to not have all the humidity like I do in my shop. All the guitars and everything that we have in there swells up.
It feels pretty nice.
Feels good. I'm telling you, if you're in the market for a heating system, and I'm not selling these things, but I'm sold on one.
One of the reasons I chose the Senville unit, but it's an Alexa enabled. So one of the things it has is Bluetooth capability, I guess they would call it.
So it's a smart device capable.
So it's a smart device. So you can literally turn it on or off from your phone. You'll see that unit right there will turn off in just a second, and the louvers will close.
There it goes.
Needing to turn the units on or adjust it, it has the temperature right now. I have it just set at 72 degrees. I have it in cool mode, fan speed high. I can swing the louvers, and also in the house, if I'm working in the house and want to come out here, I can just tell Alexa to turn the pole barn unit on to whatever I want.
You have the capability of turning it on and off anywhere, and I don't know, we're just in a place where you can make it only work when you need it to, saving money.
It doesn't take long to cool it down.
Well, I just wanted to wrap up and see how it was doing after a couple of weeks of usage. I'm definitely going to be looking into this as an alternative to Firewood when the time is right. I want the air conditioner more than I want the heat, but I'll take both. Well, I hope you find this as interesting as I did. I want to thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you liked it. And if I'm lucky, we'll see you in the next one. All right, take care. Oh, you know how to do that? You didn't do it right. Do it again.
Oh, wait.
You got to cover it up. All the way. Rookie. So this is my nephew Trent, and he has been helping me edit some of my videos. He just graduated from high school, and he's working on this air conditioner video today for my brother Nate's, which is his uncle, obviously, and it's really hot in my shop. So guess what we're doing? That's right. Let's see how this works, Trent. Oh, it's a beautiful air conditioner dolly. This thing never stops being useful. I thought it was too ironic that Trent was editing the air conditioner video on a day that was like a heat index of 102. So hopefully this works for you, Trent. Oh yeah. Thanks for your help. Okay, no more complaints now. Get back to work.
Okay, sir.
We're not getting any more cats.